Do you think ESG is that magic? Do you think somebody could come up, it's obviously attracted a bunch of assets. We've been testing it. The performance has been better. Jen, do you think ESG is, something that could, kind of create a wave in this industry at all?
Yeah, I do think ESG is becoming more and more popular now. And, with the way things are going. And so we offer, we just had a new ESG, like socially responsible portfolios come, like 13 different offerings. And so I think that's kind of helped us because we've gained a lot of popularity in that. So people just seem really interested in it. And we offer a new like impact dashboard that basically analyzes the portfolio and can kind of rate you based on, your values and morals and rate all your holdings. So you can kind of see like what you invest in your portfolio. So it kind of makes it easier for people to, navigate on, keeping different holdings or selling them based on their values. So I think it's a good thing.
Claire, in your practice, do you see the demand of ESG happening?
It slowly pop up. And thankfully, Betterment does have an ESG solution that we're able to put our clients into.
Yeah. And hey, Dan, on the theme of ESG, so when we look at these portfolios and we do some analysis, although they definitely have a bit of a higher ESG score than the traditional portfolios, we would expect the differences to be much greater, but really on like that scale that Sustainalytics uses, it's maybe 2 points difference, which seems pretty low. That scale has like 40 points of movement. So just doesn't seem that ESG like. What do you think about that? Do you think there's going to be more scrutiny in that area? What do you think?
One of the things that we actually have encountered and that has caused us to adapt exactly how we're doing this is that there's a real difference between somebody who wants a general ESG or SRI product and people who have very specific interests. And when we first launched our SRI product, we wanted to be able to sort of have it serve as many people as possible. It was a very broad impact thing, which means that it probably wasn't as targeted or forceful if you really cared about for-profit prisons and various other things. So one of I think the genuine open realm in ESG is how do we help people figure out, and I don't think that people know until they're asked in a sort of very guided, thoughtful way, what are the issues that you are willing to differentiate the portfolio that you're in on? And sometimes that's sort of short term. People generally think about whatever issues are in the news that day or recently. And you can end up with very different portfolios. So we now have not only the broad impact portfolio, but also a social impact one that is very much geared towards companies that are providing ladders in a social setting for people to climb up and do better in, and a climate one that's focused at fighting climate change. And what we found is that the money flowed out of the broad impact one and into the climate and social one, about half of it.
Interesting.